Nyjah Huston has the ability to do this and this, but he can't do what these three skaters on your screen can do. If you haven't guessed it already, we're talking about a signature trick. So let's get into some reasons why this is absolutely essential for the skate industry, how we can adapt it into our skating, and how it can potentially ruin a new generation of skaters. Let's talk about it. Jamie Foy, man. When you think of Jamie Foy, he is right up there with the quintessential rail skater, and he brings a lot of the swag that a lot of skaters skating now have. Man, but just like you think of Jamie Foy and you immediately think of a rail, you also think of that frontside crooked grind. It goes hand in hand with his name. He owns that trick. This is super interesting to think about though, because for many of us skaters, skateboarding is about moments. You think about Chris Cole tray flipping Wallenberg, you think about Jeremy Ray ollieing the water towers. Most recently, you think about Tyshawn Jones and his subway gap. So in a sport culture where there's already been dones and never been dones, you would think that someone repeating a trick over and over would get stale, or there would be called a one-trick pony. But skateboarding is unique in that when someone does something really well, I mean so well that it can represent them almost. It becomes a part of them, not just a trick that is done on an obstacle. When that point is achieved, it almost transcends skateboarding being a moment-by-moment thing. But what if we didn't have these type of skaters in skateboarding? What would happen to skateboarding? Well, nothing. What if we didn't have Beethoven or Picasso? Nothing would really happen to the world, but we'd never be able to experience that type of art on that level if we didn't have those people. And it's kind of the same for skateboarding. It's encouraging to know that you can still develop your own personal flavor and develop that trick that you know how to do better than anyone at the skate park or at the skate spot. Andrew Reynolds, if you don't know, he's known for the frontside flip. In a 9 Club podcast, he talks about being known for that trick.
Do you ever get tired of people like associating frontside flips with you?
Me and Neen have this conversation, right?
Okay.
He's got that heel flip, you know,
Yeah.
like everybody loves his heel flip. And Jamie Foy,
Yep.
front crook,
Right.
So I've seen like the benefits of having a single trick that somebody could say, that guy, that trick.
Right.
It's like an X-Men superpower. You can't just have like 20 different superpowers. People would be like, I don't even know.
What is this guy? Yeah.
Me and Neen actually sat with Jamie Foy and we're like, listen, if you go to a demo, front crook, everything.
right,
They're gonna be
right.
like, that's that dude with that sick front crook.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no way.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it, if anything.
It's interesting that he mentions that you can't be a guy with 20 superpowers. Who is the villain of skateboarding that we know that is just good at everything that everybody hates? Our boy Nyjah Huston. He seems like he's so good at everything. People hate him because he's too good. So from that clip, we can see that having one trick that you're good at is almost a superpower. But on the flip side, how can it ruin potentially the new generation of skaters? Well, there's one thing that I didn't mention in this video that you may have been screaming at me about. These skaters are well-rounded. Not only do they have these singular tricks, but they have a bag of tricks that are deeper than many of us will ever touch. So how can we as average skaters adapt this into our skating without ruining our progression? Well, we have to develop consistency while continuing to try newer tricks. Never let yourself get comfortable in the tricks that you have, but you have to develop what you're good at. You'll start to etch out your identity as a skater as you progress in your skating, but never forget to expand your bag of tricks when you can. Thanks for watching.